節は4つ並ぶ眼の前を遮るものは何もない。アスファルト墨しぐれを反射して君という沈黙が聞こえなくなる。この日々が色あせる僕と違う君の匂いを知ってしまっても置き忘れてきた永遠のそこに今でも青が澄んでいる。今でも青は澄んでいる。どんな日のに僕とも近づけるのに届かなかった。まるで静かな恋のような頬を伝った夏のような色の中希望の言葉がずっと喉の奥に使えてる。また会えるよねって声にならない声。昼下がり締め付く風の季節は思いはせる。まだ何者でもなかった僕らの衝突。何もかも分かち合えたはずだった。あの日から少しずつ君と違う僕という呪いが取っていく。君の笑顔の奥の霊を見落としたこと悔やみつけてあだ花と咲いて散っていく君にさよなら。今でも青が澄んでいる。今でも青は澄んでいる。どんな日のにも言葉も近づけるのに届かなかった。まるで静かな恋のような頬を伝った夏のような色の中希望の言葉がずっと喉の奥に使えてる。また会えるよねって声にならない声。無限に膨張する銀河の星の粒のように指の隙間をこぼれた。私が愛を語るのならその目にはどう映る。言葉はあり余るばかり無垢の音が流れてく。あなたが愛にまみれるまでその色は幻だ。一人ぼっち音に飲まれれば全世界共通の快楽さ。
おい。もう。うん。まあ。No. Hi Kaba. Hi Dolgate. Okay. Very professional. Okay, here we go. Continuing the Honkai story, and we just switch perspective to Boot Hill and Dunham. Yeah.
Everything here is so... The Charmony Festival is about to start! I'm so excited!
I have like 2 hours to play, so
Hey!
let's do our best.
You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about. But I heard it's a lot of fun!
Well, back in my homeworld, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time.
Hi, Voxy.
My dad threw me a birthday party one time that was just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
Oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-Amber era event! How can a birthday
Once
party
in
compare?
Amber.
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber era. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things happening in the dreamscape?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong?
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't worry. If anything does happen, the family will be on top of it.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the festival go down the drain. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless.
Well, face recognition failed.
What a literal way
Greetings.
to say
I'm Cody of the
clueless.
Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the Hayai Federation, and I don't want my trip to be ruined.
What do you mean?
What?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly for the Charmony Festival. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived.
She might
So
be
don't
saying
worry,
this, but
your
Robin
trip
herself,
won't
she was
be in
like,
vain.
I'm not gonna sing at the Charmony's festival.
That's a relief to hear. She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop. Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder. Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is people enjoying themselves. Definitely not a good sign.
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside and outside the dreamscape. However, I walked around the hotel but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family on such an important day.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy, right?
We shouldn't linger here too long. Let's go back to the Express for now.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed the IPC, bro? If you run away now, everyone will be chasing after you.
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing, but let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they couldn't have anticipated us showing up here. We're the surprise factor for
Surprise factor.
They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See? The IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this hotel.
If I were family,
It's time to do a heist.
I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their...
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the memo keeper. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel. In reality...
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish a connection with you. But Boot Hill, if you have more backup...
I'm sorry. But it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal that I have backup plans, things can go awry.
Right.
That would leave all backup plans completely useless.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the lobby manager.
Yes, I am.
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. The lady at the front desk said she would contact the manager, but now she's nowhere to be found. Now, we've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man?
The fork,
Is this
man.
how the family treats its guests?
Is this your idea of street smarts? Starting an altercation?
It's called standing up for your rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the VIP lounge so you can rest there while you wait.
Just don't call yourself nameless next.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of His Donna's White Oak. Can you help us find it?
Has Donna's White Oak? I think there might be a misunderstanding.
Oh, no way.
Why is
Are you
this
sure
chill
you're
like that?
not mistaken?
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all. I couldn't afford to cover for such an item if it were broken or lost.
Looks like something from Family
That's
Guy.
strange. Well, could it be that the memo keeper couldn't afford it?
Then what should we do now?
Oh, no need to rush. Well, let's grab some drinks first. Maybe I arrived too early and she hasn't come yet. Now, let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Heenum Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Well, that's the most expensive one on the list. You have a taste for the finer things.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is fine.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboon juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool demeanor. Just 1 minute.
Ah, this flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that humans enjoy?
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guests, please enjoy.
Let's give the memo keeper another half-system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime, let's take stock of the situation. What do you think?
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities, but the public is unaware of it. Someone in a position of power within the family, much unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. As you know, the faction that follows the path of the hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, who in their right mind would... Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that the Rainbow Sect lets their Lux arrow do all the beating?
Talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been out of sight for years, we've been keeping an eye on this region. Even the dumbest criminals know better than to mess with the Annihilation Gang, much less the Rangers. But that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's highly logical and organized. She knows exactly when to hold back and when to strike without mercy.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a galaxy?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a Galaxy Ranger, or perhaps she's trying to lure us out for some reason, which I can't figure out.
Anyway, what worries me more are the anomalies within the family. They've summoned followers from various paths for the festival, no matter how generous the family might be. Unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case...
Maybe it's She-Pei the Harmony pulling the strings. You find it beyond human understanding because it wasn't direct. People do stupid things out of irrational impulses. They abandon their principles when self-interest is involved. They believe in things they know they shouldn't, and fudge. They even
Thanks,
break the
Medico.
rules. But Eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach a dead end.
You think Shippei's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Shippei. There's definitely some higher entity involved. I know it may sound pessimistic, but if human free will were reliable, why would we even need Galaxy Rangers? It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths. Like how Lon always follows the path of the hunt, or how the Express stays true to the Trailblaze despite Akavilli's disappearance.
But in my opinion,
I've heard that it's
Akavilli's
wild.
fall holds significance for the Nameless.
That's why I wanna finish this.
Oh, so you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because their absolutely right leader
Hello,
is
Kevin
gone?
Caslana.
Exactly.
And Ria Kazai,
I
hello.
believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about following
Very
a
cute
path
dancing
that's always
boot heel.
considered absolutely right.
Laughing.
It's
with
more about doing your best
And
to choose
then
the right path for yourself
whatever that is.
among countless possibilities, even with limited insight and judgment.
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree that people must take responsibility for their... That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter and figure out her true intentions. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up. This is my final backup plan. I
Final
promise.
black, a plane. Back.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Yeah. But he doesn't have any sleeves.
Going back to my old career would make things a lot easier. By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any important looking guests?
What's your
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can even take their identities.
No need for that. We'll return to...
Wait, are you getting scared?
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that as Donna's White Oak you just ordered?
Huh? As Donna's White Oak? But didn't you just say...
Ha ha. Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests. You ordered a bottle of As Donna's White Oak just a moment ago.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, too many modifications and all. Anyway, let me check. Well, fork me. It says Donna's White Oak, all right. And there's a note. I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
What?
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't safe, so she suggested we find another place.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the Astral Express. So, what do we wait?
Well, back to the express.
You're back? Two guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to wait in the parlor.
Two guests.
Oh, just
2 guests?
She's one of them. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but sneaking in like that? You have no regard for etiquette.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting. I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's White Oak. You sure have a refined taste.
finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a memo keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals. Namely, all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Don Hung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed, I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other, so this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens, a sign of their mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end, such hope faded away before the rain did. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all. Well, let me share a story with you. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. These ripples last longer than the fleeting lifetimes of humans, and for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the depths of IX, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past life. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, they were once my dear companions. A group of Galaxy Rangers.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. And it was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The universe witnessed the fall of Zulo, the Lord Ravager, but it came at a price. A price. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls to their life beyond. They were heroes in their time. And they shouldn't be reduced to mere puppets of the nihility. As for me, I've suffered.
But you know, these sin-thirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done, even...
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary souls. Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if, and it's just an if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
A good question. And what I do know is that one day I too will pass away. I hope that when that someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the Harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday. While I was preparing dinner for the family head, I accidentally dropped a prepared dish on the floor out of laziness. I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been tough to sleep with the guilt still gnawing at me, as I worried that the seeds of evilness may have taken root in my soul. So, I confess to you now, to seek atonement for my sin.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your ways?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul and confessed all your sins?
Yes.
Are you willing to accept the process of atonement?
Yes.
Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them. Now, please, leave in peace.
Oh, praise Shipe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sin.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution will be granted.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my 2 children.
What?
I see.
That's crazy.
Please, go on.
Well, my children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here, I'll lift them out of that situation and give them the life they deserve. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought I could bring my kids here. It was all my fault. All my fault.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't need to live in fear anymore.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll work my hardest to redeem my children and make them part of the family.
Next, please.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of the Oak family, right?
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast, and a bottle of Soul Glad. That's it. Nothing more. Can we wrap this up? I've got a Robo-Ball game to catch, you know?
Do you seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
My sins? Starting to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Neither the family nor you have the right to judge me. You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chasers might be fooled by your act, but don't fool yourself. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? And your power? What makes you think you can sit there all high and mighty, looking down on everyone else? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good luck with your election, and, don't make me regret my investments in you.
What?
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending
Yeah, I was
the
like,
weak
wait, where is it?
is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
Also, hi.
Brother? Brother?
Oni-san.
Brother, are you all right?
大丈夫?
I'm fine.
平気.
I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a grave threat, I still feel sorry for all the trouble we've caused.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... even if the negotiation does not go smoothly... I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chordmaster, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive, and the Charmony Festival would be just a grand performance, and nothing more.
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself. I'd heard of the heads of the 5 major lineages.
The Dream Master
Mystery.
rarely grants an audience, even for us. But, given the urgency of this...
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies.
Indeed.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting. I apologize for any inconvenience caused by the urgency.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Dear, it's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here! Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my Soul Glad bottle. If I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon, couldn't I?
The moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home for too long. I must be missing that moon. But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. It's just magnificent. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such lengths?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home, it's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living. Yeah, now this is the life.
Is this truly living?
Huh? What did you say, young lady?
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see...
Oh, yeah, that's a great... See you around, Mr. Sunday.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like the man we ran into? Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
I suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people create their own illusions called self-value. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power, and those deemed worthless are seen as the weak. However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others. So, the weak get exploited and oppressed.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value. And even the weak believe in it, survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace. No tragedies exist here, only happiness, although in its nascent form. Isn't that the same paradise we yearn for in our dream?
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not jump to conclusions. We should experience the dreamscape ourselves. Just as I did.
Yes. Seeing is believing. I'll accompany you. The Dream Master.
Glad to meet you again, Robin.
how are the preparations for the Charmony festival coming along?
It's going smoothly.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is pure bliss. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet...
Well, she did make mention of being able...
However, the paradise in our dreams.
No. In the paradise we yearn for. The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations. Especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Syncosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew on. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so I came.
Yeah, I think so too.
Heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now a dream pool, sustaining my life support. The means you see here is whole, rational, no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for me, you know, true appearance. I hope you'll never have to witness it.
So,
Oh, the audio scuff again.
you'll
Okay,
be
wait, let me
living forever
fix it
in
real
this
quick.
dreamscape. Right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter.
Even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise. And I'll treasure every moment I spend here. How I envy those everlasting things.
It might be fixed now.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony
However, even this sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned,
She
it can't
looks so
completely
sad.
eliminate pain in reality.
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait, is that me?
You know what this means? It means it's Sparkle.
Let the show begin. Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled masked fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy
Nice,
yourself?
go and grab some ice cream.
Barely. The people here are way too gullible.
You know what?
A little bait.
I'm
is
also
all
gonna
it
grab
takes
some ice
for
cream.
them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Okay, we back. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to take a bite and run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the Harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, Chicken Wing Boy. But I'm pretty
Chicken
sure
Wing Boy.
lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of Harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
Stop it.
What's the rush, Chicken Wing Boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, Masked Fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part, and now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here,
the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven calling in the distance.
She needs eye cream.
It seems the Dream Master
Whoa, whoa,
will
whoa,
arrive
whoa,
soon.
whoa. Do you know how old she is?
Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I
Blem.
heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even
It's
in this
be allowed. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
I guess you can.
Remember the old man we met earlier?
Don't
Without
forget
this dream, he might have
lactose
completely
intolerant
lost
people.
himself.
That might
Or the
be
gluten
true,
allergies.
but
Or the peanut allergies.
even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know,
That's the hardest thing about
Intelligentsia
like buying
Guild
a
has
bunch
been
of ice
promoting
cream
their
to people.
rehabilitation techniques for a long time now.
Yeah, you know.
That path
Cones
may
and
have
other
been more
things.
ordinary and challenging, but now he's in a comatose state. And this
Me?
sweet dream has become sort of end-of-life care.
I'll get an allergic
Sweet.
reaction if you feed me
Sealed.
dog and cat.
Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Well, don't forget this. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided
I need
food
bread.
and
I need
water,
some of that dough.
groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Cake is technically bread.
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds,
Best I can give you
gaining
is
fame
this.
across the universe. However,
Can we be more
only a
specific?
few extraordinary individuals can. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime. Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak.
Oh, whoa.
Even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's. I long for a true paradise where everyone can find peace.
Then let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you'll have to become a star for...
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since his last will has now been conveyed, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers, and in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough.
It's to get a strong
Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals. It won't grant us an upper hand. Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have we're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most.
Hates
right.
make ways.
As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, but the problem is,
on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening.
So risky.
So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this. What's that supposed to mean? You'd better believe it. So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions, or something, and it's going to be held in the moment of Scorch Sand. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar, and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives.
Oh.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions?
I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club.
What is
To
happening?
tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to drum up attention. But it looks like it might be worth a shot.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will...
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission. Whether Penacony can awaken from this dream is all down to you.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony.
What do you mean by that?
I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
You four? What are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
He sounds like adventuring.
Exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty, the beauty! Magnificent and majestic!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brotherland's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners, but if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, make way. Make way.
Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons, and the Soul Glad Business Empire's founder, Mr. Ideen.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soul Glad's factory, Ideen Lida. My four friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash moves. Hello, everyone! I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Time is precious. My four friends, come with me.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Bird.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
Nameless, your
What is that
reminds me
catchphrase?
of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. I wholeheartedly hope you...
Let's go. Nah, we'd win.
Trailblazing into...
I hope that...
oh,
Safety first.
Simp waiting for you. And in the last stage, you will face those are
The champion?
Everyone, March and I haven't.
Fine by me.
Skip, 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 skip.
We'll split into the assignment.
Welcome to the in the school now.
I'm a ball. Reballing.
The champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the arena of Action Star.
Competitors, there are a total. It's worth mentioning.
Time is of the essence.
Yield.
Oh no.
Contestants, you are about to as dream chase.
That's a new mob.
Awaken dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Recount.
Oh, Grace.
By the will of the Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained.
Spend freely.
Let's play for a while. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Let's play. Can you find the answer?
The strength. Heaven's surge. Break.
I shall be the judge. Sinful.
Watch your head. Hedge your bets. It's on me.
I'll go easy this time.
I sense a storm. Heaven's surge. Rise!
Still in denial? Recount.
What?
Heaven's surge. Break!
Pretty simple.
Oh.
That's it. Guess it'll have to do.
Verb.
Congratulate just as you're why? Because
Isn't this just product?
To safeguard.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Awaken dormant scales. World cleansing dragon. Heaven's surge. Break. Oh, Grace.
Recount.
I hit the mark. It's on me.
Let's play for a while.
All in.
By the will of the 10 Lords' decree, hereby ordained.
Spend freely.
Can you find the answer?
Watch your head.
Heaven, sir. Rise! Awaken the world-cleansing dragon.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I shall be the judge.
Grace.
All in.
I sense a storm. Heaven's surge. Break!
It's on me.
Feeling spiffy?
No dirty. Watch your head. Spend freely.
I'll go easy this time.
This is serious.
Awaken the world-cleansing dragon.
Recount.
Ouch.
Still in denial.
Heaven's surge. Rise!
The world kisses me with pain.
This doesn't look good.
Bygones are bygones. But sometimes I wish things had turned out differently.
Congratulations!
Congratulate! No matter how...
None will take my... Oh, dinosaur, grab a bottle of salt!
I don't know if I can do this.
Do not be afraid. Heaven's surge. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Heaven's surge. Rise! Inevitable. Watch your head.
Congratulations!
A well-matched
The
opponent.
dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Here is thunder.
Trifling. Can you find the answer?
No dirty tricks, alright. Watch your head. It's on me.
I'll go easy this time. That's better.
Conflict
There's
is
no power
pitiless.
like
Hedge your bets. Spend freely.
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
Here is thunder.
Nap time.
All in.
Show no mercy.
The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
A foregone conclusion.
It's on me.
Can you find the answer? Time for a shot.
Follow my
Conflict is pitiless.
All in. Sure, I'll spend freely.
There's no time to lose.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe
I need
I'll
to build
take
this
it
guy.
all. Watch your head.
Here is thunder.
That'll do. Feeling spiffy?
Follow my charge.
It's on me.
That hurt. Nap time. Let's play for a while.
There's no time to lose. Show no mercy.
Isn't this fight?
Transform after an extent in the years that... Oh.
Looks like we won. Let's hurry up and get to the next stage.
Oh, a delightful surprise.
Congrats to both of you for... Look at the ton!
That red-haired...
You'll find out if you have the option. And now...
Didn't think I'd make it through that. gunfire trial.
Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created. It is said that the enter into the...
If it's a gunfire trial,
Suspicious.
ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both?
Very good. In this, alas.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see. Oh, Lisbon, you know. Now, I can't...
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick? Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! The exquisite... Hurry now!
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that Hanu? What exactly is
TikTok?
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Hanu says, battle! We... The enemy is air! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just... Sheesh.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go again. Ready? I am.
No, last but break.
But.
Guess what?
Eh?
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right?
Kidding, I can't grab it.
He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those bad. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got more company.
Whoops.
Here we go again. That should be all of them, right?
Oh my!
Go, 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 go!
Well, that's the
Fortune follows luck, just like it always does. This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Let's go. Oh no.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Are you...
No, he doesn't have any voice lines. Wow, that's crazy.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
A well-matched opponent.
Here is thunder.
Sure, I'll play along. It's on me.
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
Naughty child. Nap time.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Let's play.
I'm having flashbacks.
Conflict is pitiless.
All in.
Show no mercy. The flesh wound.
it?
Pledge thine loyalty.
Watch your head. Hedge your bets. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The flesh wound.
I'll go easy this time.
Follow my charge.
Here, this thunder. Bear witness to conflict is pitiless.
All in. Sure, I'll play along.
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
Let the duel commence. Confess.
There's no time to lose.
Here, this thunder.
Watch your head.
Show no mercy.
The flesh wound.
No dirty tricks, all
Put
right.
forth all your might.
All in. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The flesh wound.
Let's play. Can you find the answer?
Follow my
Conflict is pitiless. Behold, this symbol of pure.
That's better.
Trust me, this is a guaranteed win.
Here, this thunder flesh wound. You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Was that it?
Watch your head. It's on me.
I'll go easy.
All in.
Nap time.
Pledge thine loyalty. Rise to the challenge.
There's no time to lose.
Conflict is pitiless.
Show no mercy.
The flesh wound.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
Honestly, I don't think I
The
can do
dice
this
have been
right now.
bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Or at least I won't have time if it takes this long.
Was that it?
Watch your head.
And I do see that.
Can you find the answer?
Bear witness to Here, this thunder flesh wound. Rise to the challenge. Let the duel commence. Confess.
All in. Hedge your bets. It's on me.
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
Follow my charge.
Conflict is pitiless. Put forth all your might.
Watch your head.
The flesh wound.
The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
That's better.
Trust me, this is spend freely.
There's no time to lose.
I'll go easy this time.
Behold, this symbol of pure.
This is so bad.
Follow my charge. Show no mercy.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Watch your head. All in.
Let's. Can you find the answer?
It's on me.
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
There's no time to lose.
Here, this thunder. Confess.
The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
The flesh will bear witness to let the duel commence. Rise to the challenge.
Time for a shot.
Pledge thine loyalty.
Like that,
Put forth all your might.
All in.
Follow my charge.
Conflict is pitiless.
Sure, I'll play along.
Show no mercy.
Spend freely. Watch your head.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
All in.
Let's. Can you find the answer?
Rise to the challenge.
There's no time to lose.
Here is thunder.
Nap time.
It's on me. The dice have been bust.
I might
Maybe
actually
I'll
be
take
able
it
to
all.
do it.
The flesh wound.
Watch your head.
I'll go easy this time. Feeling spiffy?
Behold, this symbol of pure. Let the duel commence.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Rise to the challenge. Confess. Put forth all your might.
All in. Spend freely.
Naughty child.
Here is thunder. Flesh wound. Put forth all your might.
Watch your head.
Let's. Can you find the answer?
Hedge your bets. It's on me.
Conflict is pitiless. Bear witness. You are fighting a gentleman.
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
Rise to the challenge.
Nap
The
time.
flesh wound. Here is thunder.
Show no mercy.
The flesh wound.
He yields. Oh my god, I actually did it. I thought I'd lose.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
I have trauma because of him. I've like lost him like 10 times. He's still on my Astral Express waiting to fight me.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Sports Stand Festival champion! We look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony Festival! Let's give a round of applause to our aspiring young...
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the
Is
festive
it Sunday?
superstars of this year's Charmony on As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey
Yeah,
of
Sunday.
overcoming obstacles,
It is Sunday.
you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead—
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future. The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all let's talk about our tribulation and our final course of action.
No!
You mean to say
Don't nuke it.
that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then every—
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, do you have any—
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless—
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could—
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious—
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your disposition. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim—
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping up?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have the god you both mentioned. Are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their such a delicate and complex symphony, which
are perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang being overly astute can be a detriment. For the sake of our grand cause someday.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True within the foundation of law, and through harmony, we obtain
order. Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Rum?
Don't worry. I just gave them some...
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But your efforts for the justice of Penacony. Patience is a virtue.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of natural selection.
So you've decided to
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. So, come with me, everyone. Let us
Huh? Where do you...
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has...
That means...
Did you do the same to...
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so he should understand. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings. Which now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I believe after going through similar predicaments. Let's begin. This story happened later on. That baby bird was... We decided to build a nest for it. It was clear that if we left the fledgling, we decided that when it regained its destiny. Now, I pass the power of... Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something. And
It looks like, back to the question, I would personally choose to build no special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but based solely on that question, I would probably choose to build that dove a cage. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Do we choose this because no one chose this answer? Or do we just choose what everyone else shows? The most sensible thing.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. We passionately nursed it back. I watched it for a long while, but finally, the fall I deeply regret. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family. It was during that he was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony. He told me he had a plan in place. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story. I'll tell you the outcome soon. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows?
A dream, but what? A dream chaser story, but what cruel repercussion would this...
This question... Surely it has some... I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhound.
What? Hello.
Seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all. He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them,
Hello, Neon.
it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home. This person deserves to be punished. It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, he sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice.
I kind of agree with March, but the fact that he's like that person that listens to people's sins, he's not allowed to really do anything. I mean, spread the information, I guess. These amiche. Wait, where?
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Sadly, his fate would only be more tragic. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels. Living in the dreamscape would be a mere pipe dream. Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye?
Oh my gosh.
The answer is a definitive no.
You noticed.
They couldn't bear the resulting consequences.
My
and
cover
thus
has been blown.
Wouldn't dare extend a helping hand. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision, and the story this time is... This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopher, what surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister.
Yahoo!
The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere triviality?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue.
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct?
Correct. Has she mentioned any...
A stray bullet.
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And she hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that likewise, I've prepared one because this is merely a figment of imagination. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of...
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never... If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you with each trailblaze, danger...
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister?
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak.
I made friends for just being a me-shade, which is crazy.
The turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. A place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fit. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia.
Oi, don't be sad.
Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss, Miss Firefly. You who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory. But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary wakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Wow.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of déjà vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want...
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko.
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. Exactly. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. We're drawing closer to the truth once more.
All right, but there are doors all over the place.
I guess...
Okay, that's where we're gonna end it for now. I have to go to work in like half an hour. Heck. Wow. Okay. I'll say thank you all for watching, and I'll see you another day when I am streaming. Oh, I want to continue this so badly. Maybe I do it later tonight, but maybe not. We'll see. Monday? Maybe. Okay. For now, thank you, and I wish you all the best. And I'll try to look for a raid target real quick. Thank you. Let's see, let's see. You know what? We're just gonna raid a little rascal again. Because they're very silly. Oh no. Yes, that goober. Okay, but yes, thank you all for watching. And say bye bye. Hope y'all have a good one.